What's going on, guys? Hey, apologies for starting a few minutes late. Was having we're just almost 5 minutes late. Today's our first day being late, so I apologize about that, guys. But had a little bit of an issue with Tradeovate, and there was essentially like a delayed data thing going on. So I'm chatting with Elite Trader Funding right now. They just got it fixed this moment. So apologies for starting a couple minutes late. We're good to go. Talking to them right now. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the screens up. Market's kind of ripping. I took a couple trades in Thinkorswim. Let's get the share screen. All right. Can y'all hear the music? Yeah, we're running slightly late today. Just like some technical difficulties. So we got it sorted. We're good to go, and actually worked out pretty well. So everything's golden there. BC Dubs, guys, I got a email last night from Elite Trader Funding. They're doing a very short. It's from September 1st to the 5th. And remember, the 5th is Labor Day, so we can't trade on the 5th. That's Monday. But Elite Trader Funding is doing a 60% off. It was actually 75. Let me look at the email. I want to actually quote it right. I don't know. Where is this thing? It's like 75% off or 65% off or something like that. For their Labor Day promotion. It's actually really awesome. This promo that they're doing. It's super short, super limited in the amount of time that you can do it. Okay, so it's 75% off for your first month and 60% off recurring. So that means that like that means that if you're going with a one that's 165, your first month is $41. So if you get the 50K account, your first month is $41.25. This is just crazy. That's so cheap. Like absolutely insane. 75% off right now on Elite Trader Funding for a couple of days. I don't see any restrictions on it. Okay, so it says that it's for the one steps, the end of day, and the static evaluations. So essentially, it excludes the fast tracks. Yeah, crazy deal on that. Absolutely nuts. You guys can use the same promo code as JSBEST. I'll be sending it out to the email list today. So if you guys are subscribed to the email list, you guys will receive an email sometime later today. Also, we got some YouTube shorts dropping today as well. I don't know if I can silence this Discord here because it's going kind of ham. I'm gonna have to mute this real fast. It's going kind of crazy. Okay. Can I just mute everything in Discord? Oh well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna skip this track. It's a little distracting for me. And then let's jump into the markets. Because markets are doing kind of decent today, actually. Not bad anyway. Okay, so this is I mean, it's all relative, right? We definitely are declining in the market today, but we did take some trades on this rip here. on this rip up towards the VWAP. Took a couple of these trades. Had a lot of momentum off this low here, hitting like 3900s on the ES. Just throw in some support and resistance lines. Some trend lines going here. This one's a good one. And we got that one. Gonna pull back down. Rejected off that VWAP pretty heavily. But it's all good. Okay. Let's get some up here. Why is it not going? There we go. So I've got TOS open. We're also going to trade in our evaluation today. So kind of excited about that. We got a big rejection off of VWAP, but a very solid move off these lows. Really, really strong move off these lows. And then the pullback here hasn't pulled back towards the lows all the way. So we may have actually retraced some of these losses in the SPY or in the ES, and we may actually potentially even bounce off of here and come back up for a retest of the VWAP. At the moment, though, we're dropping. I don't see a trade necessarily at the moment. As you see, we're up $625 on the day in the futures in this one here. We were taking 5 contracts at 1 tick. We took 2 trades at 5 contracts, 3 ticks, and then we took a couple of scalps at the 5-1. So yeah, got that music kicking low. Hey, Adam, is the music too loud, by the way? Or is it good? Or what's up? Let me know, guys. Let me just make sure I got everything closed that needs to be closed on the screen. Okay. All right, guys, and I just wanted to show you guys this here real fast. This one. So this is actually what they're doing right now. It's 75% off for the first month, and then it's 60% off recurring for the 1 step, the end of the day, and the static evaluations. The 50K so it's for the 1 step, the end of the day, and the static evaluations. 75% off the first month and 60% off recurring. That means that if you were to go with the it's a little loud. Yeah, we could drop that. How's that? A little better, maybe. Red day for you as well. Sorry to hear that, Adam. Good to see you, by the way. Took a big hit yesterday, down 200 bones. Built up. It was over 500. Problem is, took 31 damn trades. So today it's a non-trading day, huh? Music is louder than my voice. All right. I apologize about all that. Trying to like I actually, a lot of this music that I actually play here, I actually listen to while I'm just like working around the house. So sometimes the levels get adjusted. Because I'd be cranking it up when I work. All right. So today, our focus is going to be on our psychology. That's one of the things I'm going to focus pretty heavily on today. I'm headed to work. Hoping it's a big green day, man. And you know what? I hope it is too, man. And I hope you have an awesome day at work. Like, I hope that, whatever you're doing at your job, that you get some joy out of it today. And when you come home fulfilled. So, yeah. Good luck at work today, man. let's jump in. Let's see if we can find some trades here. I'm gonna be simultaneously trading in TOS and Trade of 8. Mainly, I'm gonna be using a lot of TOS for technical analysis, hitting those lows. So we did come back down, and we are testing these lows right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of a bounce off this, but if I'm looking at this from the TTM point of view, we're continuing to drop. We're making new lows at the moment. So we'd want to see. I think I want to focus on getting trend reversals today, and instead of like trying to trade by these lows, we tried to trade by these lows a couple of times last week, and really took some hits. Took a very quick short there. We're 62.50 in the TOS sim. I did not take this in the evaluation just because it's a little bit riskier. I want to get used to taking trades by the high and lows of the day instead of having it be my default. I gotta switch this music up. This is just not my jam. First, let's start by switching this track. Yeah, Dama beats. They're pretty decent. Jump over to Dylan Sits. There we go. All tracks. Whew. All right. Music is challenging today, man. All right, let's jump in. Still hitting lows. Still pushing new lows right now. See, I'm worried that it's gonna bounce if I take a trade. So I'm just kind of looking for trend reversals. Currently, we're down at 39.05 on the at 39.05 on the ES. My Discord's kind of just going nuts today. But yeah, currently down quite a lot in the market, continuing to make even more lows. Okay, we're good. Looking for a trend reversal bounce. That's really what I want to see. Basically, just like this. This rip was really awesome. So I think that one of the best things that we could do is wait. And just kind of wait for essentially this to begin to turn around. But I think that we got a long way to go, because if you look at this, the EMA 35 is really far away from the 26. Honestly, this actually looks like it's going to continue to produce even more lows before we start reversing. Now, at the same time, this area here has been pretty, consistently at its lows at this 39.08, 39.05 area. But given the TTM being completely red, you got the 35 below the 26, you got the 9 and 12 heavily diverged. I think that this is just going to continue to push down. But at the rate at which it pushes down, that's something that we are, kind of in the, where do we go from here kind of thing. Because that exact thing right there, where you can see that that's bouncing up, and we just took a bit of a hit on that one. This was exactly what I was dealing with last week when we dealt with that evaluation issue. And I think that we failed the evaluation on Tuesday, and this is exactly why. Where essentially it's like we're trying to go short. It makes sense to go short because the market's dropping, right? So it makes sense to continue to go short, especially when all of our indicators, everything is telling us that, hey, this is going to continue to drop. And it's essentially these like market indecisions that is making it challenging to trade at this particular time in the market. It's very obviously a bearish trend. So why does it not just make sense just to hit short and just let it ride, And one of the reasons has a lot to do with just these little candles in here where it's like, okay, well, we went short here and then it rips up and goes into a doji and then comes back down and then opens up green, rips up, and now it's ripping back down. And so it's like that sort of like indecision makes it really, really challenging to trade. So hence why I think trend reversals are going to be our best friend right now. And trend reversals are really where we need to put our emphasis. And so what that really translates to is patience, right? That's really going to translate to us being incredibly patient, waiting for the setups, waiting for the crossovers. Like this honestly looks like it's going to rip up through this support level, and I'm very much could, but our indications are all very, very, very far apart. I mean, you got the 35 up here at 39.15. We're $7 away from that. That's such a huge divergence when it comes to the ES. That's a lot. I mean, if you think about that, it's like 30, 40 ticks. Or how many ticks is that? That's $8. 8 times 4. That's 32 ticks. So I mean, that's a big divergence. So we have a long way to go just to get up here to this 35. Now, when this ripped here, the 35 was significantly higher by about $4. So $4 or $5. So this new low here. This new low here, it might be a little bit of a challenge to go back up. Where are we at on TTM? We got negative. I mean, we're still negative 10 on the TTM. While this looks like a trend reversal, we really should be waiting for those crossovers. This looks like it would be a decent bounce trade, though. We've got 5 seconds left in this. I guess I can see that's that bounce trade I was talking about. And then probably a pullback on this candle. Just checking in with you else. Pull back on this candle. Zoom in. It's a pretty heavy pullback. Seven times or 4 times 4, it's like 16 tick down. Would have been a nice bounce trade there. You got this hammer candle forming. We're going to wait for the 9 to cross above the 12. We don't necessarily need to wait for the 12.26 crossover, but the 9 above the 12 is imperative for at least bare minimum some bounce trades, some scalps. So how you guys doing today so far? green, red. I know Adam said it was red today, unfortunately. So we're ways into the stream here today, and we haven't really taken many trades. We're up 375 in the simulator, but we haven't taken that many trades just because right around the time that the stream started, we trend reverse to the downside. Okay, we're getting a pop up off that 2-minute pullback there. Now the next level is, can we break over this 39.11? Can we break over this candle here, this red candle, and potentially even over this wick, which is 39.12? That's the next level to break through. TTM sitting at -8 from -9. So even though these two candles dropped, the TTM stacked. So this is really good for indication of a trend reversal. Now we're probably about 8 minutes away. If I had to guess, just based off of the momentum of the TTM. So TTM was 13, then -12, then -10.8, then -9.7, then -9, -8.3. And now we're currently at -7.5. So this is very indicative of a trend reversal. If it can actually trend reverse, because there's occasionally times where it will hit like right here, and obviously this is not one of those times, but it'll hit right here, and then it will push downward. Essentially, what happens is traders are anticipating a trend reversal, and then you'll get all these shorts that pile on, and when that happens, it creates a false break. So we did not break over that area right there. Gonna have another chance at it. Looks like it's gonna attempt it. Let's check out the 5-minute chart and see where that's going. Over the last 5 days, you see we've just been very steadily just working our way down. So what was this day here? This is probably, I think it was 4 days ago, 4 trading days ago. We were up at 42.17. So the S&P 500 has lost $300 or so in the last couple of days. 42.17 down to 39.04. So what was that? 42.17 minus 39.04. It's lost $313. So 313 divided by the 42.17. So it lost 7.4% over the last almost 4 or 5 days. So that's a pretty heavy decline in the marketplace, and the ES is one of the ones that's very much used as a determiner of where the economy is going, where the market is going as a whole. So that the Dow, the Russell, all the indices are very good at determining recession and whatnot, what's happening in the market. So it looks like as I pull back, and I'm glad I pulled out to this 5-minute chart, because as I pull back here, I'm actually seeing, we're a long way off from getting a trend reversal on the 5-minute chart. A 5-minute chart trend reversal would give us some strength and give us the ability to really more than likely pass through this VWAP and potentially through this 200 moving average, and actually give us the opportunity to have some trend reversals and retrace at least a little bit of these losses, which would be very nice on the day, because it would make trading a lot easier. We got this doji here on this 5-minute to the downside, more than likely. Okay, so we did get a 35 cross, and as you guys know, I look at the 35 cross here as an indication of trend reversal on the way. Not one that's happening right now, but one that is a trend reversal that is about to happen sometime in the near future. The EMA 35 is very helpful for giving us a predictor of future momentum. So that's how this thing ended up on my chart. I actually did it by accident one day about 2 years ago, and immediately started noticing patterns with it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this thing's actually not bad. So I don't know anybody who uses the EMA 35, but I do. And I started using it just because I've noticed that if the EMA 35 crosses on the 26th, it lets me know which way the trend is going to go in a matter of time. It lets me know usually within about 10 minutes to 15 minutes of before it actually does its trend reversal. So it gives me the ability to anticipate a trend reversal ahead of time, so I can make a trade plan at that time in order to, in order to be ready for that trend reversal. Continuing to the downside, rejected at that 39.11 level, 39.12, whatever, rejected there. And we're coming down to test these lows again. I don't want to trade it against the trend. It's one of the reasons why we haven't taken that many trades today. TTM sitting at -3. 26 up at 39.09. And the 12 at 39.07. So we're getting some convergence on these two. So again, more indication of a trend reversal on the way, but just not there yet. Nice momentum candle here. I'll take a quick scalp here on TOS side. We got that. Okay. TTM is at 2.6. Take a quick bounce there, hopefully. There we go. All right, so let's jump over to the Trade-of-8 side. See if we got a move here. Quite a long time left in this candle. Enjoying the bid there. Missed our entry.
Order filled.
Got an entry. See if we get a bounce.
Order filled.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So we're at 41.28 in our evaluation. Again, like I said, I'm going to be very patient today. Not going to overtrade. Whew. When I trade in the evaluation, it makes my heart pump. Because it makes my heart pump, I know that I need a lot of work on the psychological side of things. Getting a very nice momentum move to the upside. This is the trend reversal we were looking for. We're starting to see it here stack on the TTM. We're starting to see the 26 converge with the 12. The 9 is still below the 12 though, so be careful. Don't just look at this and be like, oh, it's reversing. You've got to see this 9 get above the 12 in order for that trend reversal to really take place. And as you can see, we did get a rejection off that 26, heavy push down, but the TTM is still stacking upward slightly. So because of that, I'm still short-term bullish. When I say short-term bullish, I don't mean I'm bullish on the market. I don't mean I'm bullish on the SPY. I mean that I'm bullish for a trend reversal for right now, right in this couple minutes. So don't look at me and be like, oh, you said the market was going to turn around. Like, no, I'm talking about right now, right at this moment. And we are very much testing these lows. We're like practically at the penny of these lows here, but TTM is still stacking. We've got 3 red dots down here though, and red dots, as I've described before, and you guys can check out my TTM video if you want an in-depth understanding of what the TTM is and why I use it so much. But these red dots are indicative of not a buying zone, at least for going long. And the TTM is in a large degree focused on longs. And this is what I was talking about earlier in the stream, where you get really close to these like trend reversals, and then you see this sort of like dump down, these like false breakouts. So I am still bullish very short term, and that it has a lot to do with the divergence here from this 26 and this 35, as well as the stack on the TTM, as well as the convergence of the 26 and the 12. So I am still short-term bullish. Took a quick scalp on the TOS side. Okay, this is looking better. Gonna look for a quick pullback and see if we can get an entry. I want to see a pullback to about this 26 here. I don't know if we're going to get it. And then we're out of time on this candle. So
order filled.
Gonna entry there. Ooh, too much of a pullback. We cut that
order
one.
filled.
Loss of 150. That puts us negative in our evaluation, down $92.44. Too bad too. I mean, like, okay, and then there's that pop. Should have held it.
Order filled. Order
Okay,
filled.
we did get that trade. That puts us up 26.16. That was a 3 ticker. So we just took a little bit too much of a loss on that, and frankly, we should have just held it. We didn't, and that's okay. So I'm expecting a push upward, but because we have the 50 here as acting as resistance, so if you can see, we've got the cyan switch happening. We're definitely this is that bullish move that I was talking about. We've got this 50 here potentially in the way.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, we're back into we're back up $40 on the day, so we made back our losses. Big momentum move to the upside. Huge trend reversal. There's that. This is the test of the volume weighted average price I was talking about. So big move upward. Frankly, I honestly wish that I just held through this pullback, and I cut it just because it hit my limit. And frankly, that's honestly what has gotten me in trouble a lot of times with the evaluation, is just like cutting because I'm taking more or less a hard stop type ideology behind this stuff, where I'm like, okay, well, I've already lost 150 so far in this trade. I don't want to lose any more. And so, it can be kind of a difficult spot. So we've got this pullback here. I think that this is going to continue bullish off this pullback. Took a quick long up 625 on the sim in TOS. Just checking in with you guys, checking in with the chat. Very cool EMA. Yeah, I really like the EMA 35 just for that ability to predict trend reversals before they happen. We have to open up our stops with this future thing. Yes, I think so too. It is hard after years of getting out quickly. That is true. The other thing is too, Tiny, is that when you're doing an evaluation, you only have so much drawdown, right? So you got to protect that drawdown a lot. So and that's one of the reasons why I am interested in going with the 50K evaluation, is because that has a $2,000 drawdown. So it's a much larger drawdown that's available. And right now with that 75% off, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Like that takes the 165 down to $41.25 for the first month. It's just crazy cheap to get $2,000 worth of drawdown. And by the way, if y'all are just joining us, please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you guys anything, but it grows this channel a lot. It really helps put this channel in front of a lot of people. We've been steady growing over the last month. We've only been streaming now for about 6 weeks. I'm not even sure if it's even been that long, but we've been steady growing. We've added probably about 15 to 20% of our subscriber base. Now I know that we only have 100 and something subscribers, but we're getting faster. And you know, Tiny, I wish you could too. Tiny, here's something to consider though. There is the 25K eval. That one's normally 145, so let's see what that comes out to. It's $36, you know. So but yeah, I totally understand, you know. I mean, don't purchase anything that you don't have the ability to afford. You know. Essentially it's like, I don't know, 7 cups of coffee. So, all right, let's jump back into the charts. See what we got going on. So we did get a little bit of a bounce off there. I wanted to see this 1 minute this candle, not this one. I wanted to see this one actually break to the upside. But this is looking like that retest of the VWAP is about to happen. Let's jump to our evaluation. And let's join the bid. See if we can get a little mini pullback. Oh, kind of glad I didn't do it because we had a brand new candle right there. So we got this pullback here, which I'm still bullish on because now we're at 6.9 on the Cyan TTM.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, just got a nice trade there. We're up 106.40 in our evaluation. So we actually did hit our profit target. I'm keeping my profit targets kind of low right now, keeping them at $100. You know, and so I'd like to take more advantage, especially because we are in this trend reversal pattern. So I don't necessarily want to leave this one alone. But after over trading so heavily last week, you know, it's and early into this week, honestly, like, it's kind of a bit of a blessing. And also too, okay, so that's what this one was supposed to do, and it's doing it now. So looking for a pullback. That was it. Missed it. It was so fast. New candle about to open. New candles indecisive at the doji. Pulling back some. I'm going to stop the evaluation right there. And the reason why is because I should have been fast enough to be able to take that pullback with that rip, and I can tell that I am getting some decision fatigue, And when I get to that point, I can find myself over trading. And I think that what's incredibly important here is to maintain growth in the evaluation. That's what's most important. I will, however, take a scalp on TOS side. TOS takes less of my brain power. Looks like we did not get that test of the volume weighted average price. And this was actually what I was hoping for in order to give us that solid strength move on the day. The 50 is very far away from the 200. So 200 is at 39.26. The 50 is down here at 39.14. So we would need to go up about $8 and maintain in that area in order for the 5200 cross. You can see we're getting cooling on the TTM. And when I say that, like, not just because of this the dark blue switch, but because if you look at the numbers here, we went from 9.3 to 9.2, which is dark blue. And then we're going down to 9. So definitely getting some cooling off on the TTM. Now this could, especially with that pop up right there, this could just be essentially a pullback before another move. So essentially this area here, this rectangle that you see, this is its own flag, and this is its own area of consolidation. So we could still get that move yet. Got a quick pop on the on that one there. We got a decent amount of viewers today. Be sure you guys like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Also, guys, if you want to take advantage of elite trader funding and earn funding in the futures market, just like I'm doing, you can utilize these same moves, these same strategies, and even the same strategies that you use in your stock trading. Right now, for your first month, you'll get 75% off of any of the evaluations that you may choose. So that's 75% off of the 50K evaluation. It brings it down to $41.25. And then in addition to that, your monthly billing, your lifetime billing is 60% off. So you'll still have a huge discount on the daily or on the monthly. So that 165 with that 60% off brings it down to $66 on a monthly basis. And that gives you $2,000 worth of drawdown with a $3,000 profit target. You can even trade 8 contracts with this on the minis or 80 micros. So this is by far, from what I've seen out there, the absolute best deal that is available in the Elite Trader Funding Marketplace. And that's when you use my promo code JSBEST and the link in the description as well. I'll be sending that out through an email today. So if you guys are not subscribed to our email list, it's the very first link in our description. And make sure you guys sign up because you'll get email communication from me that you won't receive anywhere else. There's stuff that we talk about there that we don't talk about on stream. Right now, we do a lot of stream reminders and stuff like that, so you always know when we're going live. In addition to that, too, you guys will be on our special mailing list for discounts and other things like that. So you guys will be right there. Lastly, guys, if you guys trade stocks, options, or cryptocurrency, check out Webull. When you guys sign up for Webull and fund your account with $100, you'll actually receive 6 free stocks when you use my link. So I don't like that you have to join bid or ask. Let me put this up here. I don't like that you have to join bid or ask, or it's market out. It doesn't give the user much control of order, it seems. Yeah. So I mean, what else is there besides join bid, join ask, and market orders. I mean, there's also limit orders, and which I could do here. Like if I was to, are you talking about on Trade-Evate, I'm assuming? So on Trade-Evate, I could use the price ladder and just click and do that, or I could click on the chart and I could put a point on the chart. It's just that's just not how I trade. So I tend to do the join bid, join ask type thing. When I'm trading stocks, for sure I'm using the price ladder all the way. And I think that if I had I guess the price ladder is pretty nice, and that's how I trade stocks. But for whatever reason, I don't trade futures that way. And I think it has to do with, if you notice, it dipped below this window on Trade-Evate. And from what I learned is that Thinkorswim has some sort of patent on the moving of the price ladder. So other companies aren't able to do it. I don't know if that's true. That's something that I learned and what I heard. I don't know if that's true. We did come up and test that volume weighted average price off that 2-minute pullback there, that one that we were describing, but we did reject, and we are pulling back some. And I honestly think that we may get another trend reversal to the downside now. Although the 35 has not crossed the 26. So that, this still indicates upward momentum. But with the TTM, I think that is more than enough indication of downward momentum. So 9 has still not crossed 12 yet to confirm that downward move. So we have contradictory indications at the moment. The one being TTM showing that we're cooling off, but still bullish. The 9 above the 12 indicates still bullish. And the 35 above the 26 also indicates still bullish. The 35 is also about to cross the 50, which also indicates more bullish. So I guess we have more bullish indicators than we do bearish. So, but yeah, Tiny, I didn't know if that was what you were referring to. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You got to trade for you. Limit orders, yeah. So limit would be when you put them on the chart. Limit would also be when you use the price ladder. So that's available there. Obviously, I trade, mainly with limit order. I only trade with limit orders on stocks and cryptocurrency. But when I'm trading futures move so quickly in their momentum. Like essentially their momentum is right there right now. And I want to have the most opportunity to get filled. When I do buy market though, I've noticed when I do buy market or sell market or whatever, I tend to not get very good fills. So that's why I hit the bid. And when I join the bid, I tend to get in at a much more reasonable price and a much more reasonable spot on the candle. Which is why I adapted my futures trading strategy to include that. It's because the price ladder is just not as effective as I would want it to be. The effectiveness of the price ladder is, to me, TOS is kind of Thinkorswim kind of perfected the price ladder. Like I can jump on TOS and I can, jump into the price ladder here. Yeah, definitely getting that downward move. So I can jump into TOS and I click on the price ladder. But even TOS, like if you notice when I trade futures, I rarely use the price ladder, even on TOS. And that's just, again, has a lot to do with the movement. The movement on stocks is far more predictable in terms of the momentum. Like I can tell you when a stock is going to break out 5 minutes at least before it breaks out. Sometimes I can tell you 15 minutes before it breaks out. It just depends on the stock and how big the float is. But if the float is essentially if the float is about like 15 million or higher, I can tell you like 5 minutes ahead of time. If the float is 35 million or higher, I can tell you like 15 minutes ahead of time before it breaks out. Now, at the same time, not every breakout is going to be 100%. You're not always going to get it right, but I get about 85% of my breakout decisions correct on stocks. And that's just because I have a system in regards to the indicators and how they relate to float size. And that system has been incredibly accurate, because stocks and really just any trading is all just pattern recognition. And if there's one thing that I am talented in, it is pattern recognition. I always have been my entire life. Been very, very good at pattern recognition. That doesn't make me a better trader in the sense of like always being right. And it doesn't make me a better trader in my emotional state or my psychological state, or any of those other things. It simply means that pattern recognition for me is something that I have the capability of seeing weird patterns that a lot of people just don't see. And I've always been that way. I'm that way when I play video games. I'm that way when I do puzzles. I'm just that way as a person. I'm that way when I meet other people. I notice body language and pattern recognition within other humans, and it's just the way I am. So I applied that ideology and that talent. I applied that to trading, and that's what's given me the ability to choose some indicators that allow me to identify patterns within the markets. Which is, I if you guys go back in the stream, I called this breakout here, and I called it right here. So this breakout, I called this at 7:56 for a breakout that happened at 8:05. So I called this 9 minutes ahead for this breakout here. So I was 9 minutes ahead of this curve. So to me, like, that's enough. What I cannot determine from the pattern recognition, what I can't determine necessarily from the indicators is, where to set my order. Because like, if I were to say have set a resting order like down in here, I would have got filled here and then got this plummet and then been scared out of my position or possibly kicked out of my position and failed my evaluation. So I guess one thing that I may do in the future is actually like potentially set like a resting order at the level of the EMA 35 crossover. So that would have been a resting order right here at 39.12, and it would have taken advantage of this huge momentum move to the upside. So that 39.12 then went to 39.19, so that's $7. So that's $28 or 28 ticks. Two contracts at 28 ticks is probably thousands of dollars. That's 25 times 28, it's $700. So that would have been a really solid trade. So maybe I'll try that in the future. We can test that out on TOS. I actually think I will test that. But it's got to be the right situation. Like right now, we're getting this bounce off this downward side, and we got that move upward. But if I pull out the indicators and start looking at this, I see that the 26 has crossed above the 12, the 9 is below the 12, and the 35 is below it all. So to me, this tells me that we're going to see more downward move before we see upward. And not just because the red candle here, but because like my guess is that the next couple of candles are going to be red. And we've got a new candle forming, so we'll see if I'm right. But all these indicators here tell me it's going down. Same with the TTM. The TTM, by the way, was hugely integral in order to change the way that I traded. TTM was super powerful. And like I said, guys, we have a whole video that goes in depth on the TTM if you guys want to know how that works, or how I use it. I may at one point make an updated video, just because there's a few things that I've noticed since then, but I think I'd have to. It's incredibly nuanced, so I don't even know if it's worth making a video on. So let's see. Just catching up. What trading system did you use? I'm just curious, because I thought Top Step also used Trade of 8. But I actually saw like a really quick list of Elite Trader Funding uses like 5 different softwares that you can choose from. I know you can use Rhythmic. Yeah, Ninja Trader, Rhythmic, Trading View. Then they literally list other platform. So Rhythmic, Trade of 8, Ninja Trader, and Trading View are 4 of their main. Those are the 4 main softwares that you can use. I just chose Trade of 8 because I don't much care for Trading View myself. I find it feels a little outdated to me. But Ninja Trader I've never tried, and I've never even looked at it, and I've never tried Rhythmic either. The reason why I didn't go with Rhythmic and went with Trade of 8 instead was because that Trade of 8 to me was it looked the closest to Thinkorswim, and it was easy enough to manipulate the moves, like manipulate the charts. And when I looked at Ninja Trader, or when I looked at Rhythmic, there was all these like steps in order to get your P&L, and I was like, that's weird. Got 2 red candles off of that one there. And now we are getting a test up here. The 9 looks like it's about to cross over the 12, but not quite yet. This looks like it might be good for a quick pop. We got this doji at the top of it, so what we really want to see is like, yeah, honestly, I'm gonna play it safe actually, and I'll wait for another trend reversal if I'm gonna take another trade. But having said all that, guys, we've been streaming for about an hour. We're up 106.40 in our evaluation, brand new evaluation today, and we are up 750 in our TOS side of things. I do think that this is going to break out. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick one there. Didn't get filled. So that would have been a time to take a market order. Went long there. Up 812.50 now. Looks like we might get that crossover actually. I don't know. Crossover is going to be a nice move to the upside. 9 is now over the 12. I'm going to put this for a much larger move. Hopefully I can get it there fast enough. We missed it. Where do I want to get in? 39.20. Missed that one too. Just going to try and get an entry. It's not the entry that we want. I could have got that 39.20 apparently. Look for a retest of the volume and average price. We did get a crossover. We are getting a cyan switch. Jump into the eval. That'd have been a nice move on the eval side.
Order filled.
No, don't go that way. Pop back up.
Order filled.
Okay, took another trade on the eval, up 172.68 on the day. Whew, that was scary. That was frightening. Whew. Continuing to rip to the upside. We still haven't gotten out of that trade yet on TOS side, but I might just flatten it there. Took the trade off. It's up 12.50 on the day now on TOS. I honestly think this is gonna break out through the VWAP, and we are continuing to break through. Last time we had a VWAP break was here, and we essentially ripped up, then ripped way back down. This one ripped on a red. No, it ripped on a 1 dot cyan, so that's not even a good breakout there. This one ripped on a yellow. Again, not a good solid breakout. Continuing to follow the VWAP. This one rejected VWAP. Now we're here. We got a brand new. So we're 2 candles in on the VWAP break. So that does seem pretty solid to me for a breakout. The 9 is very diverged from the 12. The 12 is pretty diverged from the 26, but the 35 is below. So, not necessarily the best in terms of momentum on the indication there, but that doesn't really matter just because this can actually continue to push up and cross over later. Still ripping. Look for an entry off of 39.25. 39.26. Let's see if we get a pullback to that level. Easier to look at. Got that entry going for 8 ticks at 5 contracts, which would be worth $500. Time 20 seconds left in this candle. Cyan up 4 on TTM. Big rejection off of the VWAP. And this is exactly what it did earlier. I'm still bullish on it just because of the indicators and because of the pretty solid move towards it, but I definitely think that we got a little overzealous on that trade. And yeah, we're gonna cut that. Gave back a lot on that one. Up $500 on the day there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down now. We've been trading out for over an hour. Pretty great results too. Just gonna check up on the chat before we head off. May have been using Tradeovate, but sucked at it even with the trial, but I don't remember. Well, Tiny, tell you what, download a new trial of Tradeovate. Just make a new account. It's free. You don't need to do anything. You just go to tradeovate.com. You can sign in with Google. There's no credit card required, nothing. You just download the software, you can test it out, and you'll have full access to all the data, everything like that. It's fully featured. So check that out, and you'll have the capability of learning that software before you ever do anything before you ever even try an evaluation. So that's what I did. I tried to Tradeovate for 2 full weeks before I bought Elite Trader Funding. Before I tried an evaluation, I did that, and it really, really, really genuinely helped me understand the software. And I would actually recommend that everybody do that. And I put out a video a long time ago, before we actually started streaming, that gave people that exact same advice. Download the free trial of Tradeovate. The software is free, so you can learn it and you can check it out. You can also download TradingView, I think, for free as well, if you want to like test the different softwares. I don't know about NinjaTrader or Rhythmic if you can download those for free, but I would recommend just looking into those and finding the software that works for you. Software is so key to your success. Like it absolutely is. I've tried other trading softwares. I competed in like this World Series of day trading thing, and I hated the software. Like the software was just terrible for me. Other people might have liked it, but for me, I really struggled with it. I just did not enjoy it. So Oakley Dokley, gotta take this call. No worries. But yeah, guys, check out the links in the description. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And also, guys, if you want to check out Elite Trader Funding right now and for the next couple of days, it ends on September 5th. If you guys use promo code JSBEST, that's JSBEST, you'll get 75% off your first month and 60% off all recurring billing after that. The one that I personally think is one of the best values in the marketplace is the 50K evaluation. You can get started for just $41, and that allows you to take 8 contracts of the E-mini, or 80 micros, and you get a $2,000 drawdown, which is huge. And I think is by far is one of the best values in the marketplace. There's also the 100K static evaluation, which is what I'm doing, and that is so 135. So this $33.75 to get started to have a 100K account to trade with, and then it's just $54 a month after that. So very, very, very amazing promo. I personally think that it's just, it's just crazy cheap. It works on every product that you see here with the exception of the fast track evaluations. So check these guys out if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market. And also join the mailing list, guys, so that you can get updates from me. There are some updates that we just don't share outside of email, so make sure that you guys sign up for that. Yeah. Also, lastly, guys, there is a PayPal donation button in the description. If you guys feel inclined to want to support the channel directly, you're more than welcome to do that. We are a very small channel, so we haven't got to the point to where we can actually utilize the built-in YouTube. You have to get to like 1,000 subscribers for the built-in YouTube donations, but you guys are more than welcome to donate on PayPal if you guys care to. It's completely 100% your choice. After that, guys, we had pretty good views today. I'm actually really happy about that. Very excited, and I really wish you guys good luck in the market today. We're ending today with our evaluation up $172.68, and we're ending in the simulator up $500 on the day. Our peak of the day here was 1,250, but we took a pretty big L through this red candle here off the VWAP rejection. So, guys, with all that said, I realized that I wasn't even showing my screen, but yeah, so we're up $500 in the simulator today, and up 172.68. Like I said, we took a pretty big hit off of this red candle here, but still ending the day green, up 500. So, all right, guys, thanks so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and if you feel so inclined, share this channel with your friends, or if you have an email list or social media or something like that, share this channel. So we're brand new, we're up and coming, and I want to take you guys along for the ride. Thanks so much, guys. Love and appreciation. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, and we got a YouTube short dropping in about 15 minutes. So, all right, guys. Peace.